All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Symphogear, Season 2, Episode 9. I knew that Miku's life was pain, but I didn't expect it to end in a potential incineration. You know, I just figured it'd be more of the emotional pain.
She's not dead.
She's definitely not dead, because then the pain would end. No.
She has to eventually get Symphogear, right?
That is the ultimate dream, right?
Yeah,
Miku
yeah.
at some point becoming one of the squad. That'd be pretty great. Yeah. But right now, Hibiki is using, her gear, and yeah, it's probably going to have some very dangerous repercussions because...
Yeah, like, what scope, though? What scope, though?
Yep, that is the real question. Because Gungnir does take a toll. But, yeah.
And with the recent reveals of what's going on with Maria and company.
Indeed.
And then Ver acting very sus.
Yeah, exactly. He totally wasn't betraying them or anything. He just knew that the Americans would try to betray them, so he...
Send some noise to aid in the confusion and all that. Yeah. Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Well, oh my god.
Miku has Symphogear, and it might actually be Serena's old relic that's used.
Does seem to be. Yeah.
Because that's what
Maria was holding and looking at when she was like in the area with Miku and stuff. All right, now we don't know what's going on with Miku because she's got that sort of dead eye look like she's been hypnotized or brainwashed or something. But, oh my god, as far as the development where now, psych, not only is Miku not dead, and yes, she has been captured by the enemy and now we have to go rescue her, but you're also going to have to fight her first. Like, as far, and you just know that Hibiki is going to need to be the one to do it, right? Which also has additional stakes because of Hibiki's state. And then on top of that, you have the whole thing with Shirabe and Kirika, and, you know, one of them being drugged, but then wanting to work against Maria, but then Kirika being like, well, shit, you know. This is...
this is a whole bag. This is a whole bag. So, okay. As everyone's getting on board with Ver's kind of ideas about how to do things here.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more they're going to need to go into it to break down not just why he's choosing to make this play here, but the idea that it's like, oh, no. You know, Mom here was the one that basically was losing heart. She was basically doubting the mission.
Yep.
Which is cool here to basically kind of have this be the thing of where, oh, let's get a little bit more into why she's, you know, losing heart here. Because the fact that it's the adult doing this, it feels very... it's different compared to what I would expect from a story like this.
And also just what's been established so far. Because what we've seen is a lot of things of Maria losing heart and the mom being like, hey, you got to stay strong, stay resolved and everything, right? You're Fine.
Yeah, and that was all based on the lie. So now, as things have gone on...
That's some nice recontextualization for what Maria was dealing with, right? Because it's also the keep up the lie kind of pressure.
So then what changed?
Yeah, what changed? I'm not exactly sure about that. Like, it seemed like... Because even after she killed the people, she was violently like, oh my god, what have I done? You know, even though she was protecting people.
I'm talking about with the mom, though.
Oh, gotcha, with the mom.
Yeah.
I think it was the thing of her realizing, oh, you were always just the good-natured girl, right? Because if they were both in cahoots about the whole thing of her not actually being Fine the entire time, but she was making her put up the act, and then she realized, no, you're actually a good-natured girl, then maybe it's something where at that point she's like, yeah, I can't justify to myself forcing my daughter to do all of these things and be this person that she's not, you know?
Yeah, and this could have just been a thing where a lot of her acts were just trying to make the whole plan screw up so that they could be, you know, cut out of this. But it's the idea of if they know that this is what's happening and the end of the world is coming, they have no choice but to keep going.
Right.
Like, if that's their motivation, and that they're like, no, we're actually going to be the ones that are like saving everybody this way. That's how they can be, you know, zealous in their motivation. There's
Exactly.
nothing that will stop them.
Right, ends justify the means because it is literally the world will be wiped out.
Yeah, we're saving the human race here,
Yep.
kind of thing. Yeah, that's been really well established by the idea that what Fine started with the moon is inevitable. It is going to come eventually.
And in 10 years, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the thing is that 10 years doesn't feel like something that we'll cover in this season.
No, or even necessarily the show as a whole.
Even in the show. So we'll see where that goes. But the idea that so now you're starting to have a change of heart. We're going to need to break that down a little bit. And I understand that Serena is, one of probably the strongest, kind of
contributing factors.
Emotional cores, basically, to the family with Maria and the mom, basically.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any really new developments with that, other than just her telling, Maria, like, "Hey, you're not Fina. You were never Fina."
Right.
So, yeah, I guess that was our big hint, and Ver's big hint that she's planning to betray us. Basically, she should never have told them that, because if she had, that means that she's not necessarily aligned with me, because that was what she told me as well to get me involved in this whole thing. So Ver is the one I think that's probably the most feeling betrayed here, because
he finds out that it's a lie.
Well, right, but he was a partner based on that idea.
Exactly.
So now he's like, okay, I'm taking over now. This is where things are going.
Yep.
And
right.
Okay.
That's a good way to get around the whole thing of, okay, all these people have had a problem with Ver up until now. Why not just take away the cane and then he's nobody, But all right, he ends up basically sowing enough doubt in the previous leader of their organization that then he gets them over to his side. Cool. And I like that it's not as cut and dry. I loved Shirabe going off and being like, hey, my scope of priorities is not on the stage of the world, it's on the stage of us here.
Right.
And right now I'm seeing that you making these decisions, Maria, is tearing you up inside. So I'm going to go take away that pain by combating this decision. Right? Okay.
Cool. Now that we have Miku, though,
yeah,
using Symphogear, probably with Serena's old relic.
Yep.
Something that they probably would never have touched, just for the idea of, well, that's not how we do things.
Right.
And also it's hers, so why?
Yeah, it's like it's one of the last things they have to remember her by. Yeah.
But if they juiced her up with Linker,
sure,
so that she gets a better sync rate with her Symphogear.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Because she probably wouldn't have a naturally good one with
someone else's, a relic that someone else was using.
To be fair, though, they did make a subtle visual connection between the two when they showed that Maria saved Miku.
Yeah, because Miku reminded her
of Serena.
Yeah.
Which was interesting, because it's not just that, you saved her because of the environment being similar.
Right, or the fact that you were also saving other people in the tower, but there was something special about Miku, which then explains why they took her. Because I don't think they were aware of Miku's connection to the rest of the group. Or, no, I guess...
No, they
were.
Yeah. But she literally even has the bow in her hair. She's got that short kind of haircut as well.
Yep. There's
a couple things visually that also kind of could remind you...
And hey,
your little sister,
in this next episode, we might get to see Miku with blood coming out of her eyes,
Oh, lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what's a little worrying about this is, what if this is the setup to where Fine goes actually into Miku? Crackpot.
I don't think that's going to happen, because I don't think it would get transferred based on the relic. But yeah, we do have another party involved in this. Like, not just because there's the two parties that are splintering and stuff, and different people in those groups have different goals and things like that. So it could become a bunch of smaller factions. But on top of that, Fine could show up at any moment. Right?
Yeah. What did you think about Ver's line with we must unite and guide mankind to the new world before the moon descends to Earth? Do you think that's more esoteric, or do you think there's something in that new world that we can kind of infer about their goals?
I think since they're not saying we need to stop the moon from crashing into the Earth, but they're saying we need to save as many people as possible, that it's going to be an arc type situation.
An Exodus? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's
that was what I thought was being implied too. But
and I feel like,
but there I don't know
What like made me think that?
Well, no. There's nothing in the story, I think, that's been built up thus far to show that there's been prep work made for something like that. Are the Americans kind of working on that?
I'm guessing they probably are in some way, because they were talking about like saving like the elite basically, and whether that's with like a bunker with supplies and stuff, or if that's not a space station or something like that.
If the moon hits the Earth at any kind of serious velocity, the Earth would shatter.
Well, it's a chunk of the moon, but yeah.
No, it's the moon. The moon is on an orbiting direct course with the Earth.
No, yeah, that's right.
Dude, this is not a piece of the moon.
They dealt with the piece of the moon, but because Fine broke it away,
we're on
the moon
an ELE, kind of situation.
So we need to go to space. We need to trigger this.
We need to trigger this, or we need to.
And that would be hype as hell. Right, and so I am very much excited for the idea of when we get to Symphogear in space, and damn it, there would be sound because their Symphogear is that powerful.
There's places with atmosphere that they can go to.
Sure, totally.
Limited. But the idea also that I love that Ver brought this up, is saying this is the duty that which we've been entrusted, reminding us the idea that they're doing this because of FIS. Is Fine's organization.
Right, because if the world gets destroyed, well, that's where Fine lives. So,
Well, no. Think about it this way. Fine was trying to access, basically, God through the Tower of Babel, right?
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Nope.
So then Fine basically is like, all right, well then, fuck this. I'm going to take out everything.
Right.
What if this is the way in which they're setting this up, where it's the idea of, well, then I will make you all do the work for me. I will make you have to deal with this at some point in the future.
Either by destroying the moon before it gets to them, or abandoning the place, and then the moon gets destroyed when it crashes into Earth. And
seeking extraplanetary, basically, means of survival.
Oh, no, right, totally. I was talking about the fact that Fine brought up the idea that, like, the moon itself was, like, the thing that caused the, the changing of the garbling of the languages and stuff,
Sure.
And that whole thing. So then, it could be a one human race type deal. But yeah. If Symphogear actually does go into space, I will be very surprised.
Gone into space. Like, I think that precedent has already been set. They've literally already gone to space. It's just, when will we go back? When will we go back? Like, this is literally a trigger show in that aspect already.
Yep.
We literally had our main girls go to space and power the friendship
for the finale of season
blast
1. Yeah.
In the finale of season 1.
Right. So.
Yeah.
By season 3, they're probably going to be out there, as like a regular thing.
It could be, yeah. But all right, she does not look well. I love these like end episode freezes where the art becomes kind of a bit dramatized with the lighting and the shading. It's really cool. But Miku does not look happy to be here.
No, and I'm very excited to see how this fight shakes down, but also just how this changes the dynamic between Miku and Hibiki moving forward, because then it's not just the, hey, can we talk about how, we have these different lives and everything. It's, hey, can we talk about the fact that, I was brainwashed or something and then you had to fight me to the death while your body was giving out and things like that. And then now I am actually brought into this world of yours, and what does that mean? And
I honestly would love to see Genjiro just grab the back of her, like, her shirt or what have you, and just hold her up, and she's like, like, where are you going? Where are you going? In fact, actually, it's almost surprising at this point, given how much Genjiro was like, oh, I'll train you, I'll help you. And I'm like, wait, why are we training her at all?
Because she's not supposed to be fighting.
She's not supposed to be fighting.
It's okay. First off, rule of cool, we need to have that training montage.
Totally.
Second, I think
team building.
It's team building, and Genjiro has probably realized that, okay, one, hopefully we'll fix Hibiki's situation at some point. But 2, she's the type that will fight regardless of whether people are like, no, don't fucking fight, right? So, it's like, okay, if you're going to be doing
he's already employing child soldiers anyway, so he's already pretty,
The real question, we know why Genjiro doesn't fight the noise, because he can't, he needs Symphogear.
Right.
But in the first season, we had that whole deal with Fine and him getting wounded. The real question is when we have enemies show up and it's like, oh no, we don't want to hurt Miku, why don't we just have Genjiro show up and be like, Miku, just you're not yourself. Eat a Snickers, or something like that. I don't know, but
Head chop.
right.
Just and just,
Let's watch some movies. Yeah, I don't know.
Genjiro's song though this episode was hilarious.
That was wonderful.
So funny.
Yep.
I feel like he believes he's in some like 70s action musical anime.
Oh, totally.
And he's like an ex-protagonist who's
Yep.
like already retired, and he's like, I don't know about that life.
Yeah,
but I will raise up the next generation.
I'm 28 years old. That's a thing from a previous time.
He's much older than that. He's like 31, dude.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, cool episode and then crazy developments. And yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.